Peace and riches blessings. I am Michael B. Beckwith, the host of Take Back Your Mind. Blessings to you today. Welcome to Take Back Your Mind podcast, Life Question of the Week. You know by now that every week I'll receive a question that someone has asked. And on this particular day, we seek to answer that question to the best of our ability. That's the royal hour. That's the presence of God, as Beckwith. We say our or we. Anyway, Beth asked this question. A few months ago, I was laid off from my job. It's been many years since I've had time off. It's my first time as an empty nester. In my new situation of solitude, I've come to realize that I need external validation and situations to make me feel happy and good about myself. My mood will vastly fluctuate from day to day depending on the slightest negative or positive reaction I have to someone or in some situation. This makes me think that I do not have an adequate grasp of my self-worth. I don't understand why I'm so sensitive to other people's inputs and external situations. And I practice meditation and affirmations daily. How do I gain more solid footing in my worth so I'm not whipped around emotionally by all these external forces? Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Beth, this is a beautiful question. And self-worth and appreciation is extremely important. It's one of the first steps along spiritual growth, development, unfoldment, conscious awakening. Because without it, we project our sense of limitation about ourselves onto the world, and it shows up as sabotage and obstacles and hindrances and obstructions that may not even really be there. But our lack of self-worth projects it onto the screen of life and we experience it. So for you desiring to grow, and self-worth is extremely important. Now, you're in meditation and you're doing affirmations, which is important. That's the foundation piece to get you to the place where you are so involved in your conscious oneness with the presence that after a while you become unbotherable and untouchable by the external world. When I say this to you, I want you to listen to what I'm saying. When I say this to you, I don't want you to place that way out there as some event that's going to happen way, way, way in the future. No, you are becoming that now. In your meditation practice, you're having insights into your real nature and being that will be stabilized through meditation and affirmation, so that eventually you will look back at yourself and you will see, oh my God, I used to be bothered by that. I still don't like it, but it doesn't bother me. Those are the changes that take place. Now, to augment that, what I want you to do is in your affirmation practice, I want you to write down this affirmation. I, Beth, am totally loved, and I love who and what I really am. I, Beth, am totally loved, and I love who and what I really am. And I want you to write it 3 ways. I am 9 times. You are. You, Beth, are totally loved. She is. So you're hitting at the subconscious mind through 3 ways. 1 through the I am, 1 through talking to yourself, and 1 is talking about yourself. 9 times each, 7 days in a row. And then if you could get a mirror and be alone, say this out loud to yourself. Look in the mirror. Take a deep breath and feel a moment in your life where you felt so assured about yourself, supported and loved. and look at yourself in the mirror and say, you, Beth, are totally loved and supported all the time. Talk about yourself. She, Beth, is totally loved and supported all the time. I, Beth, am totally loved and supported all the time. But say it out loud as you're looking at yourself in the mirror. If you combine the mirror work with the written work, and even when you're doing the written work, you even say those affirmations out loud, you'll be, one, doing visceral, hearing, speaking, feeling this affirmation until it becomes alive in you. You'll hear your own word. You're writing your own word, so there's a physical, tangible thing that's going on. You're reading it in your own word, and saying it to yourself is going to quicken a feeling of a deep sense of self-worth. You don't have to earn self-worth. You don't have to earn it. It's already been given. You are an emanation of the presence. What you're doing is removing the debris from your perception so you can see yourself again, not through the eyes of others. You're not concerned about how others are thinking about you. Don't go there. That's a hellish place to go, to think about what others are thinking about. No. You're only considering what the presence of God is thinking. God knows you. God recreated you after its own image and likeness, out of its own substance. What you're doing is finding your way back to your pristine nature of self-love and appreciation. Takes a little practice, but with every insight, it's worth it. And then your life is more paved with open roads rather than blockages and hindrances of a lack of self-worth being projected onto the screen of life. So celebrate this time of solitude where you finally have time just to yourself. Do this inner work so when you go back out into the world, you'll go back out a different being. You'll be a different Beth, and life will respond to you differently. As I've said over the years, life corresponds to the nature of your song. So sing a song of self-love and appreciation. Sing a song of beauty, sing a song of joy inside. It will be reflected on the outside. Have a beautiful day. Hey, thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to ask a question, please email me at podcast@michaelbeckwith.com. And you know what? Your question just might be featured. Have a beautiful and bright day.